Hi everyone, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. We'll just wait for some time, let everyone join in. Then we'll just start off because today basically we are having we want to go ahead with the data set taking and all. So we'll just wait for others to join in so that they don't miss out anything. Hi everyone, am I audible to each one of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Great.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll Great. We'll then move ahead. I am sharing my screen, so we'll just take it off now. So I have just downloaded the data set and I'll just show you that and accordingly we'll move ahead. Okay, just a moment. Yeah, good evening, Prakhar. My screen is visible, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Just a moment. Just a moment, guys. Let me just open it up. I am resharing it. Just a moment. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the data set. It is a normal sales data set. If you count it out by the name of sales data set from Kaggle, there are variant components of it. From there, I have just downloaded one. So you can just download it from Kaggle or any other website. There are some of the website, like last day I have shared you a website, right? There also you'll get some of the data set related to sales data. Okay, any of the e-commerce based sales data or anything. This one is e-commerce based sales data. So this is the raw data. I have just downloaded it and just opened it. Okay, so I haven't done anything. So this is how I have just opened this stuff up. Now we need to do all of the steps here. The cleaning, the pre-processing and everything. Also, we need to understand the data in details and then we need to move it. Okay, so the agenda is clear, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Great.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So this is our data set. First, we'll just do the normal formatting as we all do in all of our data set that we will be doing. So we'll just take it on here. So this is my column name. So I'll just drag it down to make it looking better and in a form. Okay, let's just do this like this. Nothing. I am just stretching it out so that all of the stuff can be easily visible, or you can just click it like that. It will be auto adjusted. Okay. So this are the stuff. I'll just select all. Just a moment. Control Shift right down. Everything got selected. Now I'll be using the center alignment. Along with that, I'll use the border up, like all borders I'll be using to get it through. And this much is going good as of now. I'll just put this stuff on. Just a moment. This I'll just hold it down and I will see what I can do next. I'll just press the top row so that this get freezed off. So I have freezed it. Now see, I am moving in, but this is staying fixed, right? I am doing this so that at any moment, if I need to recall my categories, what are the features or the column names that I am having, I can do that. Okay. So I'll just move in it a bit because that much space is not required. So now it's look easy to see and also visible. Everyone understood, right? Like as of now, I just did the normal formatting part. So this is what it is. Yes. Okay, there must be something that are not adding up. Just a moment. Yes, it's doing good as of now. Now I'll just change it to the table format so that it is easily accessible. Okay, Control Shift right down. Now I am just putting Control T. So putting OK. Okay, the operations are about to perform in the affected. Okay, fine. Let me just do it in a form that. Okay, just a moment. I need to redo it and then I have to do it. Just a moment. I will unfreeze that first. Now I'll do Control A. Now I'll do Control T. I have got the colors on and I can choose a green one. And now I can freeze this up. View, freeze panel, freeze the top row. Okay. So this much formatting is clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So this is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
first step that we need to do when we are getting the raw data on. Fine. Now, what are the next steps? The very next step is data cleaning. We need to clean the data. And the very next step is like data pre-processing. Okay, we'll do that then. So we'll just copy that up. Control C. We'll create another page up here and we'll paste this out. And we'll just adjust some part of it that is needed to be adjusted. So the same data set I have just copy pasted up here. You'll know why I have done that. In the similar way you have to do in your projects also. Okay. So rest part is going quite good. So this one, let me check. Yes, this is done. Fine. So this part I'll be renaming as data cleaning. Because here in the sheet, I will be cleaning all my data and see what are the necessary steps that I need to do. Fine. So before cleaning that, I need some of the steps that need to, some of the understanding that I need to cover on, because without that, I can't analyze my data. Fine. So the very step after we have gone ahead with the data, the very first step is to just format the data up, then need to create two sheets first for data cleaning. The second step I'll be doing that is for the data pre-processing. So this is my first work when I work with the data from the net. So first I have done the front formatting section. Next I have I have to clean the data that I haven't done yet. So I have just copy pasted up, and next is the pre-processing section that also we will be seeing. But before that, we need some of the thing to be understandable. The thing is, we need to understand the data first, because without understanding, like let me just remove this up because we don't need the filters as of now here. Sorry, just Control Z. Just just a moment. Yes, I just don't need the filters up here. So I'll just remove that. So this is my raw data. Then the cleaning data will be doing and the pre-processing. So guys, is it visible or should I just zoom it out? Will that be better for you? Or this looks perfect to you?
No, ma'am, it's perfect.
Fine, great. So now we have to understand about the data, because without proper understanding, we can't work with the data, right? So let us go ahead and understand the data first. So What is my aim here? We need to create a dashboard, that is a sales dashboard for the year 2022, because the data that I have taken in, that is of 2022. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to understand the data set properly and then need to figure out what I need to do and how I can achieve that. Okay, so the very first stage up here, you can see all of the columns. So you can very easily understand here the columns that are there are index, order ID, cust ID, age, date, status, channel, SKU, categories, size we are having, quantity we are having, currency we are having, amount, then ship city, ship state, ship country, and B2B. So what exactly they mean? What index is all about? Index is about the row number or the serial number, like the SL number we say, like the same. Next, order ID. Order ID is the unique number for each of the order. Whatever the order has been placed, based on that I have got a specific order ID that has been placed up here in this order ID column. Next is cust ID. What is cust ID? It is unique ID for each of the customer. Whatever, whoever being the customer of any of the e-commerce, they are being given with a cust ID. Cust ID is the customer ID, right? Next is the age of the customer, date, order date, status, the order status. What is the status of the order? Is it delivered? Is it cancelled? It is refunded, like that. This kind of data I am having. Channels, like the sales channels. Like here we are getting, you can see the data channels. We have got this Amazon, we have got Myntra, we have got Nali, kind of any of the, maybe any of the relevant relevant application. Maybe I don't know about it, but it is there, so it is of course there, like that. And moving ahead, just a moment. Moving ahead, we have the category, sorry, we have SKUs, that is the product code. We have the categories, we have the size, we have the quantity. Size is the product size, quantity is the how much quantity has been sold. Next, the currency, what is the type of currency, the amount of the like the total order value actually, then the shipping locations, and the business types, like B2B means business to business or not, like that. Hope the data set is clear to you, what data set is and what it is showing.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, great. Next, what we need, the next step is the problem understanding. Okay, so problem understanding basically gives us, like, before we actually start with the analysis, we must clearly understand what actually, suppose this is the data of a store, right? The sales data of a store. So what the store actually wants and why they are actually wanting. Fine. So basically, in this scenario, what is the idea of the store? The store has collected all its sales data for the year 2022. And now the store actually wants to understand their customers better, to identify what are the sales trend they are having, then also find out which product and channels are performing good over their stores, and also want to understand, like, want to make their business better, like the sales better in the upcoming year or the years. Okay, this is the major idea, why we are doing the dashboard, because this all are the, suppose this store is your client, so your client want all of this data to be checked in. Okay, so this is the major thing. So now what is the objective of the analysis? Why, what we need to do over the analysis? So we need to create this annual sales report for 2022 for the store, that will help the store to understand about the customer behavior, about that, like that, the sales performance over the channels, over the orders, how the sales has been done, Also if it is profitable, for which product it is profitable, and based on the location wise, on which location we are getting the better sales, and also need to improve, like do we need to improve the marketing or the sales strategies, what we can take it off, like the what the store can take it off to make the sales next level in the coming up years. Hope the problem statement and the objective is clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So here we will be answering some of the, like from the analysis, some of the answers we will be getting. So the questions, basically, what are the questions? So let's figure out the questions. So who are the top customers? The question like this. Next question, which product sells the most? Just yes. Which product sells the most? Next question would be which channels perform best? Okay. Along with that, what are the age criteria present? Next, after that, maybe which city or the state are giving most of the orders? Okay, so how many, what are the, like here we have got the status, order status. So what is the order status, or how many orders has been cancelled or refunded, like this? Okay, this all are the questions that my client is having. I need to answer that. How I'll be answering that? By creating the dashboard, by showing them the data, so that my client can take data driven decision. He don't need to believe in me, right? He needs the data. He have the data. He has given me the data, and his data will speak and give the answer to all of these questions. So this is the major understanding about creating the dashboard. Hope things are clear to you. Then we can move on the practical section of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Just a moment. Let me move in. Okay, this is my sales data, that is the raw data. Now I'll do the data cleaning section. So for that I have already added the filter up here. So now I'll check each and everything. So I index is pretty much okay because that doesn't count up here. So we will be just checking over if there is any, like we'll just scroll it down and check if all was checked, or if there any blank. If there is any blank, there will be a check column that says blank. Okay, so we have not got anything like that. So all of the data, like inside the row, we have got, for all the cells we have got data. Next, for this, we'll check on. So this is cast ID. Cast ID, we have, it is numeric. We need to see is it numeric or not. If some data is numeric, some data is alphabetical. But we get that most of the data is numeric only. That suits well. It goes very pretty much well. I didn't need to do anything up here. Now for the gender section, I'll be checking. So see, gender we have got men, women, M men, W women. So that's why we have got M other, then men, then women, and then then W, and then women. So we need to change it over. So for that, I'll just check how many are there for men. So I'll just check it for men, and rest I'll uncheck and see. So we have got this many, all are men. So I'll just copy this down. Now I'll go to insert, I'll go find and select find. I'll go to replace, find M, and replace it with men. Okay. So replace all. 42 replacements has been done. There were 42 data that contains M. Okay. So now all has been replaced. Now you see for we have now got men, W, and women. Okay, so I'll check in for W and make sure that you check for the spelling also. If the spelling is wrong, then it will count it for another separate thing, separate category actually. So make sure that when you are checking, check for the spelling also and make the spelling correct. So now I'll check for W. So how many are there? I'll check. So I have this much. So Control Shift down key. Now again, find and select, find, replace, I'll do W, and I'll do women. Okay, now replace all. 74 replacements were there. Okay, and if we had to do it manually, it would take so long. So we have done it just by one click. Okay, so gender section we have sorted up. Now I'll see for age. Age, these are all numerics going down from 18 and above. Okay, that looks good to me. Okay, just what happened? Okay. So this finds this is okay. Then we'll just check for the date. If my Excel is carrying the date positively, like is it taking the date matrix easily, or it is a general category it is taking? So I need to check. So see, we have got the data of 2022, and we have got it from January going down to December. So everything is fine, and we have got a data of a single year. So this looks fine. Now I need to check for the status of delivery, like the status, is it cancelled, delivered, returned, refunded and returned. So all is going fine. So I don't need to change anything. Here I have Ajio, Amazon, Flipkart, Misho, Myntra, Nali, and others. So that's looks fine. I don't need to add or change anything. Everything is unique and there is no repetition up here. Okay. So SKUs also, we can't check everything, but we can just scroll and check if there is any mismatch or any blank out here. We don't have any blank. That works well. This is the category. We have this, all of this. So none of the categories repeating. That's okay. We can check on. Next, size. So size 33 XL, 5 XL. Yes, things are going good up here. We don't need to change anything. Now is the quantity. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 and 2. So we need to handle this. We need to change this alphabetical one to a numeric one. So I'll do this, Control Shift down key. Again, find, replace, 1. So how they have written 1, just check it from here and change it up here. Replace all. So we have replaced 13 replacements were there. Again, I'll do it. I'll do it for 2 this time. Okay. I checked for quantity, so I have handled that. Currency, this is a only single one, that's okay. Ship city, This is going good. There is no blank. Fine. Also, I just need to check for the blank. Yes. Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh. Yes, there is difference. Not an issue. We can go ahead. Shipping portal. This also, I'll just need to see the blank, and if there is any like alphanumeric or anything wrong, that I just need to check. So this is how I'll be checking. Next, there is also a country that is in, that is only one. That's okay. We don't have to check it. Now I'll just see it for B2B. So we have got true and false. That looks fine. So this is how we need to do the cleaning part. So we are done with the cleaning section up here. So hope you got it, how we have done it. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now after cleaning, we need to do the pre-processing. So on what we will be doing the pre-processing? We will be doing the pre-processing over this clean data. So what we will be doing? We'll just write and down, Control C. Now we'll just paste it up here. We have pasted it up here, and now I just need to just make the width proper. Okay. Fine. So we have handled that. Now we need to check it we need to understand pre-processing, what pre-processing actually means. So we need, here we can add columns, we can check based on our data what we actually need, and we can do some of the manipulations up here. Okay. So based on the data, I can see I have got the dates. So if I segregate my columns or the charts, or that charts, the pivot charts I will be preparing for my dashboard, that would be based on dates. That doesn't makes any sense, right? Making it for date wise. So that would be very huge and also cluttering, because you can see for 4th December 2022, we have got around so many change, like sales for based on the month, see, single month, right? So there are so many status, different status up here. A single day, there are many inputs up here, many inputs in the same Excel sheet, right? So that's why we need to segregate it into month, because we have only 2022 data, so we can't segregate it into different years, but we can segregate it with different months. So I'll just create a column up, insert. We have taken a column up here, and we'll give a name as months. Okay. Now I need to segregate. What I do, I need to find out the month from it. So how I'll be doing it? I'll be using text. Now parenthesis on, just so I'll go tab on. Now I'll select this, and I'll be using the month, that is M. And see, we have got the months. So let me just scroll it down. So the month is also changing from November, going down from December to November and moving it down, right? So this is how we have gone for months. Now, what else we can do? We have a age criteria on. So we have the age in numbers. So if we need to see here, what we needed to find out, we have to find out the age criteria present. So for that, we need to handle that also. We need to handle this also. So how we will be doing that? We will put it into a specific bracket, a square, in a specific bracket, so that we get it through like that. So here you can see the age is coming from 18, moving down to 78. So we'll just create another column up here. So we'll add it as age group. Fine. And we will be using the if statement up here. We got it. Now what we want to do, we want to make a condition up here for which anyone whose age is above 50 or equal to 50, that person will be called as senior citizen. Senior. Okay. Next, what we need to do, next, if the person, suppose whose age is around within the range of 30, that person will be called as, now this, if the age is greater or equal to 30, then that person will be called as middle-aged. Okay. If anyone whose age is more, okay, just a minute. I haven't put 50 up here. I need to put 50. Yes, if someone's age is greater or equal to 50, that person will be called as senior. If someone's age is greater or equal to 30, that person will be in the age group of middle-aged, and the rest will be into the teenager category. Okay. So we have created is, we will close the parenthesis, we'll put enter. Okay, something is missing in the parenthesis. Okay, there would be another parenthesis because I have closed this, but for this also I need to close. Yes. So I have got it, right? This is understood what I did here, how I created the age group.
And we can also use ifs condition, right?
Sorry?
We can also use ifs function, ifs, ifs.
Ifs we can use, but here there is multiple conditions that we have used, and ifs also, yes, we can use ifs also, but yeah, that looks fine, but sometimes the data doesn't come up in that form. So that's why I prefer using if in multiple form.
Okay,
But you can use it.
okay.
Okay. So should we move ahead? Any other query? Any other query?
No, ma'am.
No,
You
ma'am.
can.
Okay, okay, fine. So this you understood, right? Here I have used if only, but ifs also, if we are using, then there would be condition one, then the value, like what value to return, then condition two, then what value to return. In that format, we need to add on, right? So I prefer working like this. It's my way of working, but you can check in if that works well for you. Definitely you can put in, that will also work. Like this is the similar form you can work on. So do I need to show that as well, or is it fine? I can show that if you want.
As I know ifs condition, there is no problem for me, ma'am. For others, I don't know.
Fine, let me just show you. Will that would be better. So just a reference, I am using this. So you can use IFS. So you got it here. So here, what we are doing, you are putting the condition and then the statements up here. So first, we will be putting this, if the age is greater or equal to 50, then what we would be putting, we would be putting senior. Okay, so this is done. Next, I'll put the next condition on. So next condition is again this, if that is greater or equal to 30, we need to put in middle-aged. Like this we can put. This is done. when it is done, then we also need another condition, right? For this. So after this, if for those who are not coming in this range, for them what we will be putting. So for this, we have only this option left while using ifs, right? So see, we have got middle age, seniors and all. But what for the teenagers? What are the condition we will be putting for teenagers? So this is the issue. I don't use ifs. Got it? What I mentioned.
Yeah, ma'am. Understood.
Because here what we are doing, we are grouping it up for 50. So if the age group is 50, so we are giving the age as middle age. The others, if the age is more than 20, 30, we are putting as middle age, and rest we are putting as teenager. Then I don't recall the bracket. That's why I am putting the other members as teenager. Then if it is like that, we need to put another bracket. So suppose since the age is coming here from 18, I have to put it again like this, the same age, if that is greater or equal to, because that is coming under like from 18 it is coming. If I am putting it 10, then it will be printing it as teenagers. Okay. Then it is okay. I haven't put just a minute. I haven't put the second column. Then it will be giving me this output. So I need another bracket to check on, but for this I don't need any other bracket to check on, right? So it's on you how you want to use. I have shown you both if also and ifs also. Based on you, you can use. Like here, I just need to put two condition. Rest I can put it like the rest. Put it like this. But here we need to add for every set, we need to put it condition on. If I am not putting it condition, it is not giving any criteria. Understood? Hope this works and you understood. Everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I don't need this. So I'll just delete it up. Okay, so others I have already segregated. You have seen. So these are my status done. Everything is done up here. So this is the pre-processing. So pre-processing step I already mentioned up here. Now what I need to do, I need to do proper pivot charts. I need to do to make it better and work so that we can work on it. Okay, so this is my raw data, my data after cleaning, and this is the pre-processed data. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to do the pivot charts. So I'll just, okay. Okay, I have selected everything, when to insert, pivot table. Now we'll go from table to range. New sheet, I want to make it a new sheet. I'll put okay. So I have got all of this here, all of the tables, like all of the criterias that we have prepared. I have got it here. Now, what is my first criteria? I need to check sales over the orders. So based on here, if you can see what are the questions we have prepared, based on that, my major thing is need to put my sales over the orders, what we are getting in. So we'll just take it accordingly. So we'll just put amount we are having, amount in values, we'll drop it here. Next, we have the order IDs. So we have this order IDs that we will be putting it in the value section only, because I need sales versus order. So I'll put it here, and it has taken the count. Yes, I need the count only. And now I need to check it for which criteria I'll be checking it on. So I'll check it over months. Okay. So for each month, what is the sum of the amount and what is the order count that we have got a table for it. Okay, so now what I'll be doing, I'll be selecting this, going to design. I'll be switching off this grand total. I don't need it much. Now I'll be working with that. So how I'll be working with, I'll be selecting this part and I need to go to pivot chart table. So now I'll go to pivot chart and will prepare something related to this. So let's go to combo. So it looks good. But here, if you can see that here we have this orange, that is order ID is orange here, but we have got the bar for the sum of the amount. Because here you can see the sum of the amounts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is in millions. The sum of the amounts is in millions, but the orders are in hundreds and thousands, actually in thousands, the order, the count of the order, but the sum of the amount is in million. So that's why in place of million, this thousand is very negligible. That's why this count of order ID is going very less. So what I'll do, I'll just do a categories like secondary access. I'll switch it on. So it will give me this kind of form so that it becomes easier for me to understand and analyze. Okay. So I'll just put this on. Now I'll do some of the basic formatting up here. So I'll just hide all the field buttons. So I don't need it. So this I'll be needing. So this are actually like that. So now I'll be using the chart title. So here I'll be using amount versus sales versus amount order. We can use sales versus orders. Just So this is sales versus order we have put in. So now we have to just drag it up here. We can just do the basic formatting also. We can increase it. We can just make it bold. We can take it above and we can just do it like this. So this looks good. Now I'll do some of the basic changes up here. So axis I actually want. Now grid lines I don't want. So we have removed the grid lines. Now we can just drag it a bit so that it takes up the place easily. Okay, we'll just do it like this. So this we don't want. So we'll delete this. Now it looks good. Right? So here you can see this is my chart, and here we have got like the amounts, some of the amounts. There here we have got the count of the order ID, and this is my months, specific months. Now this when I am seeing it, it is very difficult to read it out like this, right? So I'll just check it here. Just Okay, I have got this. I'll go to format access. I'll just double click up here. I'll go to format access. We'll go to number. So it has got general. So I'll change it to 0, comma 00, and we'll change it to million. Okay, we'll add it. So see here we have changed it to million. Right, and this is okay for the order ID. So this is how we need to create a this is how actually we need to create a chart. Now after we have created this chart, we need to place it accordingly. First will be my data that I'll be renaming to raw data.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay. Yes.
Can you once again repeat that the taxes? How did you change from zero to million?
Okay, that I'll be doing just a minute. So this
Okay.
is the first one. That is my raw data. When you will be preparing the project, you have to do it like this. You have to keep the raw data on. Now here, you have to do the data cleaning section. You have to keep this as data cleaning, data pre-processing. This age group you have changed only. So you have to keep it, make it to a different color with a different color maybe maybe something a bit lighter. Okay, so this actually you prepared, so you will be keeping it like that. Now also the months you have created, so you will be just putting it like this. You will be coloring it so that it is understandable that this was not there in your data. You have added it from your own for better analysis. Okay, so this one is my data, that is sales versus order. Okay. So here we have, I have just double clicked up here. We have got this format access, went to the number section. Here it was general. I have just changed it to million form. Like I want it in 0.00 in this format because the format is there is two decimal places after the number. So this is how I want the order, and M signifies the million. So I want it in this format. That's why I have changed it and put add. Okay. So this
Yeah,
is
ma'am.
my first chart. Now I'll just move it down to the second chart. So second chart would be related to my, I'll see my data. So maybe related to age group, or maybe we can put it the gender. Gender specifications we can do. So let's do the gender first, then we'll do the age. So again, I'll be going up here, selecting the entire stuff, like control shift right. Okay, just a moment. What happens? Okay, just a moment. Here, control shift right. Just a Okay, so now I'll be going to insert pivot table from the table. Again, I wanted a new worksheet. So I have got it. Now I'll be taking care about the gender section first. So I'll be checking for gender how the things are moving in. So where is my gender? So I'll drag and drop the gender in the row section. Now the amount I'll move into the value section. So I have got this value. So you can see clearly that for women's do shop more, right? So you have got this kind of data on here. So now I'll just go it like that. We'll go to design, we'll go to grand total, we'll switch off the total because I'm not needing that. Now we'll go to pivot chart analysis. We'll do the pivot chart. Now for this, I guess pie chart will do good. Yes, pie chart will work good for it. So I have the chart title. I'll put it as men versus sales, men versus women. Okay. So we have got it. We'll also rename the sheet that we have prepared. Okay. This we need to rename sales versus orders. Okay. Now this is my another. So I'll rename it to men versus women. I'll just drop it down here. We need to make a proper order. First raw, then clean data, then pre-processed data, then my first chart, then my second chart. Okay. So this is my data. I don't need it. So I'll remove all of the buttons from here. So now I'll just put it here. We'll just do the normal fronting that we will we actually do. Format actually. So we'll keep it 16. That looks fine. and we'll bold it down. Now this one, we'll just check it on for the data labels. Let's check the data labels. So we can take it as a data call out. Because we get the percentage also, then we won't need this ligands. So we'll remove the ligands, we'll get a better space up here then. Now what we can do, we can put it here, we can drop it here and also here. And we can do some of the formatting required. No fill will do. Shape again, no shape will put. For this also we'll do it. No fill, no outlines I required. So I have got it now. Now I'll just do the normal formatting. I'll just increase it a bit. I'll put it in the center and we'll change the color of it a bit. Okay. The white looks good. And we'll just bold it up. This is what my charts say. This is men versus women, the sales data. So this is my another chart that we have already prepared. Now, next we need to prepare another chart, but before that we need to create the dashboard up. So we'll name it as dashboard. Okay. So for that, first I'll be creating sales annual dashboard for the year 2022. So I'll just take out the space, that much is required. So now I'll just move into center. Now I'll change the font. Maybe this much will look good. Yes. If needed, I'll do the bold and I can change the color also of it. Okay, let's change the background color first, then we'll put something else. So we can put anything in blue. And this we can put anything in lighter color, white, maybe. Let's check it for this. Let's put it like this. This does looks good. So now we'll just move down to view section. We'll remove the grid lines because then we'll get the full canvas on. Now I'll just take this, copy this out, just Control C, Control V. We have got this and we'll just place it somewhat like here as of now. Control C, then again here, Control V. We'll just put it here in this way. Just we are keeping it like that. Later we will arrange for better understanding. Okay. So up to this much, is it clear how we are doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Anyone having any query up to now? Anyone, any query up to now? Okay, fine. Then we'll move it down to the next chart. Then again we'll go down here. We select all, insert pivot table. We'll check for the pivot table. So now what we can check it, we can check for the age group, right? We can understand about the age group, how we are putting in for the age group section. So let's take it round. So we'll take it to the rows. So we have got the age group round, and also we can take the gender wise specification also, because that will make us understand how we can take it through in that format. The gender-wise specification also we will be getting. So this are the age groups and the male and female also, so that we can get the specifications done. And we will be segregating it based on the order ID. Okay, so how many order has been placed by a middle-aged men, middle-aged women, and senior men, women? So we are actually seeing it like that, and we'll check it on in this format. Okay, so now here we'll check for go to design, also remove this grand off we will be doing. Now again going it up here, moving down to the pivot charts. Yes, we can use a cluster chart up here. That would look good. We have put it like this. Now, what we can do, we can also do some of the major changes up here. So here it is coming up based on the numbers. We can also change it down with different forms. So let us check it. What else we can take it? Show value, as we can show the value based on the percentage of grand total. So we will be getting the percentage on. Before it was number, now it is percentage. So it will be easier for us to take over. So then we'll again go to the same way. We'll take it this and we'll place it like this. Okay, so here we have got it in the form of percentage. Got it what I mentioned?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now we'll remove all of the fields that are required. So we'll remove the grid lines. That doesn't look good. Also men, women ligands will just move in a bit. We'll just see like this. We'll just do the adjustment. This all everyone can do. So you can do it from your idea how you want to do. This is how I am supposed to do it. So now I'll just add the chart title. So this I can put it as a this is age group, age sales versus sales wise, age group wise sales, or the order wise sales. We can put it like that. Age group on orders. Okay, so just a moment. What happened? Chart title I need. Now I'll see age group. Age group we will be keeping, and along with age group we will be keeping order. Okay, so this is the one. We'll just take it. We'll just take it here. Now we'll do the normal formatting. Okay, we can keep it like this. Now it looks good. Just okay. Now it looks good. If I can check it, 16, yes. So this is the middle age data for women and men. This is for senior citizen, women and men. So for every gender, we can see the females do shop more here. It is giving us that insight. So this is also done. So I'll just copy this up and paste in the dashboard section. Here I'll be putting. Okay, so this is how we have to take the charts on and need to put it. So this chart is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So this one will just rename as age group along with the order. Now, what's the time? Let me check. It's 6. Okay, fine. We'll complete that then. Fine. We'll then move in. We'll take it down here. After this, now we'll add another. Add another chart. Pivot chart from the range. Okay, we'll put. Now we'll check it for another one that we can keep it as we have to select it from here. So what is remaining we need to see, and based on that we need to move it. So next we can put it as channels based on order ID. That would go good. Order ID. Yes, we can move in like that. And now we need to show the value as grand total, because in the percent form it will be coming. So it is better to work like that. Now I'll just, okay, I'll just remove the grand total first, because that is of no use as of now. Now we'll take it to the pivot charts. Now here we'll be using a pie chart. So this is my pie chart up here. So this. I don't want any field buttons up here. So now I'll do this. I'll be putting it up here. So it will say orders, like the channels versus order. Okay. So now I'll just check it. I'll just move it here. We'll do some of the formatting up here. Okay, so we'll just move in here above, and we'll just see what else we can put in. So we'll see about the data labels, call outs. Okay, best bet outside. Okay, if we are putting the Myntra on, then what are the options we'll get? So now we'll check it here. If we get any other options, we can change the angle also. Uh, we are changing it. It looks good to me because all are equally visible, and we can just put it here. The rest we can put it here. The ones we can make it inside, we'll put it here. And the others will just segregate and just, we can just move it a bit out. Okay, we'll just call that out. For Amazon, I'll put it in. For Myntra, I'll put it in. Flipkart, I'll put it in. We have got like this. Uh, just for this, I'll do formatting. I'll go and do no formatting, no shape fill. I'll just do the normal formatting. I'll just change the color to white and to bigger. For this also same format, shape fill, no, shape outer, that is no. I'll just go to home, we'll just broaden up. The same for this. We will go to format, we'll do no fill, no shape. Now I'll just go down to home, we'll do this, we'll increase it. Yeah. So this is how we can prepare it up, or just we need to just yeah. This looks good now, and now I won't be needing this, so I'll just ligands I'll go off because everyone is pointed up here. So this one is done like this. So I'll just copy this out now, or just I can just remove it a bit here. Yes, now it looks good. So Control C, again I'll move going down to here. I'll paste it up here. Okay, so there are other things also that we can put in. So we have less time in, so I'll try and show you one or two more charts to go ahead. There are many things that we can put in up here because with lack of time, we can't show everything, right? But I have shown you so much. Hopefully, in your case, you will be able to prepare everything because you would be having time in the weekends to work on. So channels. This is order. So this is the next for my dashboard. Now I'll just take something else also to put in here. So some of the data that we can take in. So for that we need to go to data pre-processing. So here other things that we can check on. We need to go to again here, then here. So we have months, months wise sale. We need to, oh, months wise sales we have already taken in. So we can check for state wise sales. So we'll put this here and we'll put amount up here. So this is my data that we have received. Now we'll go to design. We'll again switch off this. Now we'll check for, we want to sort it from this. So it has, didn't it come up? Okay, for this actually I wanted to sort up. So from smaller to greater, it has sorted. So better it would to do it in other way down. So larger to smaller. So we will be getting all the states that has the major contribution in. So these are the major contributions. So now we'll check into filter. There is an option called filter. Okay, just a moment. Why it is not coming? Yes, filter. We need to take top 10. Let's just decrease it out to top 5 or maybe top. Okay, let's do it for top 5. So we have got all the top 5 data in. Now we'll just go to pivot chart. We'll prepare a data like this. So we have got all of it like that here. So again, the same thing. We'll remove this top 5 states. We need to put in again the basic formatting. This grid lines, ligands we want. Yes, rest. Okay, let's just go for call out. Okay. Okay, let's put it like that because that would be more easier to take in. This we don't want. So we'll remove that. Also, we will be removing axis we want. We will be removing this ligands that we don't need. So we have the sum of the space on. So we'll again go here. We'll go to number. From here, we'll just take it to 0, comma 0. And we'll take it to M. And we'll add it. So this will work like this. We'll move in here. We'll do some of the basic formatting that is required. Yeah. So this is all about. So we'll just copy it here from here and paste it here. And we'll adjust this part. And then we'll move into another one. For the last, we will be just taking a bit another one. So we'll just rename the name here. So for this top 5 states. Okay. So we'll again go to this data pre-processing. Guys, you are here. Are you understanding? Is it boring?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it boring?
No, ma'am. I'm here. We're here. That's sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
fine. Got it. It's okay. So we'll just go again. Like when you will be working, you will get more concentrated up here because since you are seeing, you might feel a bit bored up here. That's okay. That's completely understandable. Because we are doing the analysis part. Okay. So now we'll just go again and we'll check it for another one. So we'll check it for the order status. We have the status and we have the order ID. Based on the order IDs, we will be checking on. And we have got the numbers in. So we'll just take it in this format and we'll just check it for how it looks. So again, the similar one, going down here, removing it off, going down here again. Let's take a pie chart up. Okay. Again, this one I'll be removing. This is order status. Okay. So we'll just drag it up. Just drag it up here. Insert home. We'll just 16. This looks good. Now here we'll just see, we'll just do the call outs. Data labels. Return call outs we can use. Yes, we can use the call outs. So we'll be using the call outs. We'll just move it in here. Just so now we'll just do the format for that. No shape, no outline that we will be putting in, and we'll just move it a bit here. Do the normal formatting, increase the number a bit. Okay. And we'll use the color white. Okay, now we'll just go up here. Text option. No, that looks good. So now I'll change the angle a bit. because these are not understandable. Just so this I'll move it here. The basic formatting that we did, the same one. This now I don't need, so it will increase the space a bit. Now I'll just copy it down. We'll go to the dashboard. Paste it up here. This is my another chart. So I have prepared my dashboard almost. So this one I'll just rename to order status. Okay. So we did it. Now some of the work left with this section. So I'll just click it down here. Go to pivot chart analysis. We'll add slicer. So based on months, I need my slicer. Maybe categories and maybe channels. So all three I have got. So I'll place it here. I'll just adjust this and make it like this. Again, I'll just put it here like this. Just here. Now I'll just take it over. So I have got it on this basis. On this basis, we have got it. So we can just change this the length also because we need to fill it till here. Okay, we'll just fix it a bit. Yeah, so it's done almost. Now everything is done majorly. So we can add a bit color up here because that would look good. White background doesn't look that. So we can add, sorry, we need to fill the color actually. Okay, we need to control side. We need to select it. We could have done it before because now doing it, I won't be able to select it round. So it will change, affect it. So when we have just created the canvas, we could have changed the color. So it's not a matter. So we can do it. So this is my dashboard that has been created. Now I need to report the connections. So I'll do the connections for all the charts that I have been prepared. So I'll put OK. Now for this, I need to report my connections. Okay. Now we'll just move in for this. Report connections. We'll do for all. Okay. So for all, we have done the reporting connection. So this is my dashboard. Now, if I need to see the sales and the everything for the month of January, I'll put in and I got my data on here. For any of the specific, so if I don't need this, I'll change it for any of the specific channel, maybe Flipkart, maybe Myntra. So the data is getting changed. Now, maybe any of the categories I am seeing, see the dress change, like the pattern has changed. Okay. So this is an interactive dashboard. This is how we can create it. Also, we could have added like some of the KPIs out here, but the time didn't permit up, so that's why I couldn't show you. But if we have time next week, I'll definitely show you. But in your project, you need to work on it like that. So there would be various KPIs to work on, and you can put the KPIs up here and then the charts. So then that would look more professional. Okay. And eventually, while going down with the charts, there are some of the insights that we have received, because with the data, we couldn't have got such insights. So we have got the sales for women, like the women are the major part who have given us this kind of sales over a year. Also moving in, we have the sales that is going good in the month of March. Then there is a drop off. Again, we have got the sales that went pretty much well in August. Right. So this is the basic thing that we need to move in, like need to understand on. And then we need to go ahead and see for the other charts round. So if we can see it in the group, in this, we have got middle-aged people generally shops more in the website. So we have got this channel versus order. So we have got for Amazon, the sales is more. Flipkart and Myntra. Other also have sales, but majority in Amazon. Then in Myntra, then in Flipkart. From here, we get the insight that Maharashtra, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, these three are top three states that is giving us a proper report, like that is giving us uh like relevant more sales apart from the other states on. So most of the items has been delivered. This is the order status, but accordingly 3% have cancelled, 3% have returned, and 2% have refunded. So majority of the customers who are taking the orders, they are getting that, they are not canceling that, or refund is really less, and refund is to like very much less than cancel and refund. So this all are the insights that we have received. So is it clear,
Yes, ma'am.
guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So in your today is Friday. By today day end or by tomorrow morning, you will receive a proper project in your WhatsApp group. You need to create, maybe related to this dashboard only you'll be getting. So you have to create dashboard. So after this dashboard has been done, so then you have to create a documentation. So first in the documentation, first you will be including the insights. Just a moment. That you received. Okay. And then again that you will be giving a final conclusion or the recommendation to improve the sales. Like for this, it would be the recommendations or the feedback, patients and feedback. So this two field should be there, where like this two field should be there in your word file that you will be preparing. So if I am checking up here, I'll be seeing like for this my final in my like final conclusion, or my if I can say my feedback or recommendation to this store would be to focus on the profitable customers, that are the women's, to more focus on the women's. You can add more of the items that are women related. Also you can like strengthen the the stores present. You can do some of the marketing over these countries, because these are the top 5 countries. And for these countries, you can put from Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart. You can add some of the discounts. You can add some of the extra, like extra add-ons or something like that. You can include to strengthen your sales up there. Also, you can add, like you can target, majorly target the middle age people who are buying actually more items. Also, you can strengthen the partnership in the top online channels like Flipkart, Amazon, and the Amazon and Myntra. There you can start, like you can increase your sales and you can keep more stocks in so that things can get better. Okay. So this is the proper dashboard. I have shown you from scratch how we can prepare this. Hope things are clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
region-wise revenue, Prakhar was saying, yes, region-wise, I have already prepared. So you could have seen here, like my, is my screen visible?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just a moment. Yeah, Prakhar. So here, region-wise, we have gone state-wise. So we have got top 5 states on. So things are pretty much okay up here. So extra if you need to add, because due to lack of time, we couldn't get in more because we can add multiple charts up here based on the requirement. Okay. Hope everything is clear. So we can just wrap up our session today here, and accordingly, the project will be given to you today. So as this, if this Excel based dashboard preparation project is given to you, you have to work it accordingly, and you have to prepare a document file where you will be adding the insights that you have received from the from the dashboard actually, and then you need to give some of your recommendation and feedback over that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Fine,
ma'am.
great. Great. So work accordingly, guys, because your work will be evaluated and you need to work it in that form. And on Monday and Tuesday, there would be a proper presentation. So be ready with your presentation. You need to show me this charts and also this dashboard to show up. And if needed, you can also prepare a PPT to show me. That will also work. That depends on. Okay, preparation of PPT is not mandatory, but for your presentation purpose, if you need it, you can do it. But you need to show me your this, as I have created this files accordingly, like the first raw data, the then data cleaning, data pre-processing, then the sales verse, like the charts. This is how you have to prepare it, and you need to show it to me. Okay. So all the best, guys. Work well in your project in the weekend, and Monday we'll see you again with the presentation session. Fine. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.